here with Archives #1. Case open. Surprised they must have not printed a lot of archives or something, because I was surprised how little of it I could get. So got seen all 10 boxes. Said sorry for the late start. Oh, still not feeling my best personally, and then just got threw up on, and then had to shower. It was just a mess. Threw up on, had to shower. Had to get child number 2 back to sleep after she woke up. It's been a lot. Plus, I didn't leave work till like 7:45. Trying to make up hours for this snow day. Guess I could just start getting on Fanatics Live and just start screaming at people, since that's what half the big breakers do, and tell you guys suck at life and whatever else. Bro, it's wild what some of the big breakers do on Fanatics Live or whatnot to try to get people to fill breaks. This shit's fucking awful. And then people break with them. It's even weirder. Anyways, Archives. 8 exclusive pink parallels per box, 2 autographs. 10 boxes in the case. 20 autos total. What do you guys think of the Series 1 design? Tomorrow, Definitive comes out. We'll have that in mixers. I only have 4 boxes total of it, so it'll be 4 separate picture team mixers. It's $2,000 a box for Definitive, so try to put it around some other stuff, but the breaks are going to be expensive to have it in there, just because Definitive itself is expensive. So man, they made this Archives as authentic as possible. The wax packs open up like shitty wax packs from the 90s. It's funny, the Series 1 design, it seems like people either love it or hate it. But everyone either loved or hated the Series 1 design, or the Series 1 design last year too, and then I think everybody kind of just realized it was a pretty good design once it got the chrome. Holy shit. They wanted you to have an authentic pack ripping experience here. We're opening these up. Holy smokes. It's like the stiffest wax packs ever. First box. Let's get rolling. We're going to have Tom Seaver, Carlos Beltran. This is one of those pink exclusive. Jason Dominguez, Uwasawa, Aaron Nola, Provar, Gray, Murphy, Clase, Yamamoto, Langeliers, McLean, McCutcheon. And we have our first autograph, and it's going to be Yariel Rodriguez. Topps 2000 throwback, and that's going to be a 35 out of 50. Nice. Yariel Rodriguez. J-Dom on the pink here. Joey Luperfido, Frelick, Rochillo, Rodriguez, Jung, Mantle, Own the Game, Ellie. Foil, we have Yastrzemski, Carew, Ortiz, Luciano, Abbott, Reynolds, Langford, Rodriguez, Quinn Priester. Little Red Sox. Quinn Priester here. On the pink. I think it's the only time that Quinn Priester is in a Sox jersey. We have Burns, Montgomery, and Gary Sanchez. Salvador Perez, Swanson, Machado, Bryant, Moreno, Ben Brown. Paris, Matsui, Varsho, Berger, Connor, Joe. Jose Ramirez at the break. We have Pasquantino, Morel, Diaz, Springer, Lowe, Ichiro, Curtis Mead. We have New Breed, Jung-Hoo Lee, Riley Green, Soto, Pinella, Tatis Jr., Quan, Bradish, Joe Adele. We have Shohei on the Wrecking Crew. Foil. We have Hoskins and Ohtani. Randy Johnson, Munson, Messina, Rodriguez. At the break, Westberg. We have Abrams, Banks, Wright, Caminero, Blade, Leiter, Paul Skeens, J.P. Sears. Own the Game, Rendon. Trout, Candelario, Keller, Dominguez, Albies, Marte. Junior Caminero, Own the Game, Wheeler. Duran, Olsen, Rutschman, Gallen, Shiano. Brian Bello, Acuna Jr. We have Lane Thomas for the Cleveland Guardians. We have 7 out of 75 on the speckle. Wildly off center. But going to the guards. We have Podges, Rafaela, Nolan Jones, Grisham, Strider, Rodriguez, PCA. We're going to have David Ortiz, Robert Jr., Rojas, Matos, DeGrom, Lowe, Guerrero Jr. We have Ellie on the pink to the Reds. Verlander, Torres, Crawford, CES, Bush, Altuve, CES on the pink. Also going to the Reds, both going to Kyle Wellman. Then we have Jung-Hoo Lee, Will Smith, Beck, Holiday, McGuire, Frank Thomas, Ortiz, Schneider, Schmidt, Rafaela. We have Melendez, Ramirez, Contreras, Rizzo, Webb, Semien, Aaron Judge. We have Utley, Lindor, and Luzardo. Garrett Cole, Darvish, Jackson Merrill, Brett Rooker, Marcus Semien on the pink. Diaz, Haniger, Ruiz, Kierstad, Torkelson, Gunnar Henderson, Goriel Jr., Soderstrom. And we have ourselves Bill Mad Dog Madlock What an auto. 1958 Topps TV Westerns autograph. Pittsburgh Pirates. Mad Dog. Y'all don't know about no Bill Madlock. Going to the Buccos. And that's going to go to Brian Thomas. I bet you that's your first. I bet you that's your first Mad Dog right there. I'm going to say with Yoshida, Carpenter, Lopez, Keller, Olson, Witt Jr., Suzuki, Gunnar Henderson, Westberg, Blanco, Scherzer, Griffey, Barrios, Posey, Contreras, Brian Hayes on the pink, Buxton, Santana. We have Henry Davis, Realmuto, Gorman, Stanton, Michael Young. Own the Game, Mookie Betts, Bailey, Turner, Boggs, Manzardo, Judge, Cease. We have Colton Cowser on the new breed. Teoscar Hernandez, Billy Williams, Babe Ruth, Reynolds, Basebe, Mitch Keller for the Pirates, Sheehan, Tyreek Skubal, Harris, Colt Keith, and Evan Carter. I mean, obviously, I looked at the checklist to see like what the big rookies were that signed. I didn't even see that Mad Dog was on the checklist, to be honest. I'd be 100% honest with you. I did not know that there was some Bill Madlock in the. Holy shit, dude. They even really try to make this like the 90s with that thick ass seal. You know what I'm talking about. This is only the second box, Rob. I underestimated how long it would take me to shower after getting thrown up on when I was burping Augie. Plus, the packs are just brutal to open.
Hey, how you doing?
Name. Oh, he's not even on the checklist? I thought I would have seen him just right through him, but I was like, I did not notice he was on the checklist. We have Blake Snell, Harper, Bello, Acuna Jr., Leiter. We're going to have Chapman, Banks, Wright, Beltray, Jeter. Machado, Bryant, Own the Game, Bryce Harper. We have Glaber Torres. Crawford, at Abrams, Churio, Kershaw, Schneider, Schmidt. Mike Trout on the pink. Trout again, Candelario, Verlander, Riley, Lawler, Webb, Semien, Ortiz, Jordan Westberg, Podges, and Rafaela. And Mitch Keller, Jason Dominguez, Stanton, Young. We have Roger Clemens on the pink. Yoshida, Carpenter, Diaz, Baez, Alvarez, Mike Messina, Rodriguez, Kwan. Yordan Alvarez on the Wrecking Crew, Loper Fido, Patrick, Jones, Scott. Story, Lowe, Guerrero Jr., Candelario. Robert Jr., Rojas, Lewis. Alex Rodriguez, Mattingly, Skeens. Sears, we have Dave Winfield on the pink. Hoskins, Otani, Bo Jackson, Diaz, Crochet, and Jackson Merrill. Brent Rooker, Nick Gonzalez for the Pirates on the base autograph. Oh, 1968 design there. Going to Brian Thomas and the Pirates. Moreno, Brown, Jordan Walker, Piazza. Maddox, Jazz Chisholm Jr. for the Yankees. Gurriel Jr., Soderstrom, Melendez. Ramirez, Altuve, Julian, Witt Jr., Suzuki. Henderson, Pete Alonso, Lindor, Luzardo. CES, Michael Bush, Posey, Contreras. Bryce Harper, Haniger, Ruiz, and Chase Utley. We have Boggs, Manzardo, Davis, Lipscomb, Ramos, Sedene, Rafaela on the pink. We're going to have Turner, Buxton, Reynolds, Basebe, Yelich, Betts, Vaughn, Jackson Merrill on the new breed, Ruth, Bailey, Luciano, Abbott, Sosa, Strawberry, Naylor, Carter, Hernandez, Williams, Clase, Yamamoto, Raggins, Bieber, Carroll. We have Cease, Bellinger, Tucker, Grisham, Strider, Nimmo, Alcantara, Jordan Beck, Hayes, De La Cruz, and Priester. Tatis Jr., Jones, Thomas, Valenzuela, Andy Podges on the pink. Going to go to the Dodgers. And Eric Hernandez, Gehrig, Turner, Anderson, Paris, Matsui, Garver, Gore, Nastrini, Harris, Colt Keith, Rochio, Rodriguez, Friedel, Bregman, Verdugo. And we have a Julio Franco on the Own the Game. 8 out of 10 red. One of the Rangers. And Steven Mizraini. Nobody had no Julio Francos on their bingo card. You have Willie Mays, Doyle, Seaver, Beltran, Scott II, O'Hoppe, Pete the Polar Bear Alonso. I think this is a shorter print card. Betts, Musial, Torrey, Langeliers, Diaz, Springer, Austin Martin, Everson, Pereira, Arenado, Jeffers, Goldschmidt, Barrios, Lopez, Judge, Cease, Gorman, Judge again, Westberg, and Blanco. Realmuto, Scherzer, Griffey Jr., Sheehan, Tyreek Skubal, and Nick Gonzalez, Sandy Koufax, and Johan Santana. Nick Gonzalez going to be 69 out of 75 going to the Pirates. That's a little Nick Gonzalez box right there. I mean, he's supposed to be the starting second baseman to start the season, so we'll see. With them getting Cruz out of the infield and into the outfield, like that opens up a lot of the infield spots. Personally, I thought that Nick Gonzalez and Liover Peguero were going to be the middle of the Pirates infield for a decade, and then neither guy's really got the true chance to develop. And there was a stretch last year where Alika Williams had like a month and a half of like really, really good baseball where he was batting like 300 and playing Gold Glove defense at shortstop after they moved Cruz to the outfield. So I'm not really sure what's going on 100% with their infield to come into the season. If we're being honest. Yeah, I think that's actually one of the reasons why Draft had such a hard time picking up a lot of steam, is literally two of the best players in 2024 Bowman Draft are second baseman, right? You have Christian Moore and Travis Bazzana, and they're technically like the consensus, if your name's not Jack Caglianon, the consensus 1-2, right? So... But I think a lot of it, too, is like traditionally second basemen were not good hitters, and I think you're going to have a slew of guys that play second base that are going to mash, right? Because Jackson Holliday is going to be a second baseman. We know he's not going to be the shortstop because of Gunner. You're going to have Tamar. So the only thing about Nick Gonzalez is, like, when Tamar Johnson's ready to come up, like, he's a better hitter than Nick Gonzalez is. So... And Tamar's like 4 foot tall, so he can't play first base. Good fucking God, dude. I'm having a rough go with these packs. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a short leash. Tamar Johnson's still only like 20 years old. What I'm saying is like Nick Gonzalez good enough to play shortstop kind of thing. We have Rizzo, McGuire, Albies, Noelvi Marte, Lee, Lawler, Bichette, Monte Irving, Cole, Darvish, Contreras, Blackman. Benintendi, we have Jonathan Ornelas. Tops 2,000. It's going to the Rangers. And Steve. I have Schumann, Rosarena, Olson, Kerstad, Torkelson, Wynn, Ricky Henderson, Ben Brown. On the pink. Beck, Holiday, Jimenez, Knack, Castro, Arenado, Clemens, Tatis Jr., Duran, Olson, Adames, and Freeman. We have Justin Steele, Alvarez, Brent Rooker, Satchel Paige, Arrays, Tovar, Martinez, Sandberg, Chipper Jones on the pink. Langford, Rodriguez, Garcia, Brett, Bill Mazeroski, Munson, Pinella, Urshela, Senga, Raleigh, Trout, Wheeler, Seager, Matos, DeGrom, Johnson, Harrison, Devers, Francisco Alvarez, and that's going to be an 8 out of 25 for the Mets. Looks to be like a sky blue. Yeah, but he's like Mike. He's tiny, isn't he? He's like 5'6". He's like Altuve sized. We have Black, Wynn, Shiano, Caminero, Blade, Pete Alonso, Smith, Cowser, McClanahan, Aaron, Rutschman, Gallen, Schwarber, Correa, Pujols, Marte, Diaz, Cruz, Perez, Swanson, Rivera, Chapman. We're going to have Luis Gil, Pilar, Gonzalez, Wells, Thomas, Sanchez, Will Smith, Ripken Jr., Castro, Williams, Clase, and Cedric Mullins. We have George Kirby, Young, Varsho, Berger, Joe. Gonna have Bobby Witt Jr., Mason Miller, Conforto, India, Pena, Volpe, Jung, Mantle. We have Alex Rodriguez, 9 out of 75 on the shimmer. You know, we haven't hit any high number parallels. I'm assuming this is like a really small print ran product then, compared to what I thought it would be. We have Jalaf, Imanaga, Mauricio, William, Neto, Uwasawa, Nola, Alvarez, Burns, Montgomery, Marte, Foscue, Lowe, Ichiro, Meade, Ellie De La Cruz, Pasquantino, Morel, Lugo, Jimenez, McLean, McCutcheon. Got Schwarber, Yastrzemski, Carew, Ortiz, Olson, and Chisholm Jr. Eddie Rodriguez, PCA, Gabriel Moreno, Provar, Gray, Murphy, Williams, Jones, Kwan, Bradish, Joe Adele. We got Christian Scott for the Mets, new breed. That's going to go Kevin Oldenburg. We got Riley Green, Soto, Baez, Alvarez, Rodriguez, Messina, Rodriguez, Imanaga. We have Loperfido, Frelick, Jones, Christian Scott, Story, Trevor Williams, Lowe, Guerrero Jr., Robert Jr., and Rojas. We have Alex Rodriguez, Mattingly, Skeens, J.P. Sears, Lee. Have Skubal, Hoskins, Otani, Harper, Lewis, Acuna Jr., Leiter, Jason Dominguez, Abrams, Banks, Wright, Jeter, Snell, Bryant, Bello, Justin Steele, Verlander, Torres, and J.P. Crawford. Into box 4. The last autograph was Christian Scott from the Mets. I'm guessing that based on what I saw whenever I was getting the stream set up, I'm guessing Penn State lost on a bad Drew Alar interception. Like there's a lot of people bitching about Drew Alar. That's what I was asking. Or that's why, yeah, that's why I'm asking. You guys should already know I'm not a fan of Penn State, so fuck them. Let's get into box number 4. Mike Piazza, Maddox, Gurriel Jr., Soderstrom, Merrill, Lugo, Melendez, Ramirez, Julian, Walker, Suzuki, Henderson. We're going to have Freddie Freeman, Utley, Lindor, Luzardo, Bush, Altuve, Contreras, Witt Jr., Diaz, Haniger, Ruiz, Jason Dominguez, CES, Stanton, Young, Posey, Andy Pages, Yoshida, Carpenter, Kershaw, and Beltre. We're going to have Schneider, Schmidt, Machado, Giancarlo Stanton, Trout, Candelario, Green, or Austin Riley, Lawler, Churio, Semien, Ortiz, Winfield, Pages, Rafaela, Jackson, Diaz, Crochet, Rooker, Webb, Jose Ramirez, Moreno, Brown, Barrios, Lopez, Keller, Cease, Gorman, Andy Van Slyke. The man the Pirates picked over Barry fucking Bonds. Bunch of fucking idiots. don't even, can't even see who that is. I'll just say because the blue's like on a black in Streamlabs, but that's funny. I can see like what you said because it's in white writing, but I can't see what the username is. But somebody on YouTube. We have Westberg, Blanco, Realmuto, Scherzer, and Griffey. We have Screwball, Judge, Yariel Rodriguez on the pink foil. Got Koufax, Santana, Manzardo, Davis, Lipscomb, Ramos, Sheehan, Harper, Turner, Buxton, Basebe, Boggs, Betts, Vaughn, Ellie De La Cruz. And it's not that the Pirates picked Andy Van Slyke over Barry Bonds. They just paid Van Slyke and then didn't want to pay Barry Bonds more than Van Slyke, which is fucking wild. We have Williams, Ruth, Bailey, Andrew Abbott, Reynolds, Strawberry, Yelich, Melendez, Keith, Carter, and Teoscar Hernandez. He re-signed with LA, which isn't surprising because they're going to have like the world's largest payroll ever for the next like 15 years. We have Springer, Seaver, Beltre, Julio Rodriguez, Ohapi, Friedel, Musial, Torrey, Johnson, Munson, Pinella, Senga, Cal Raleigh, Volpe, Wheeler, Seager, Blade, Matos, DeGrom, Devers, Urshela, Jesus Luzardo, Black, Mason Wynn, Shiano, Caminero, Smith, Cowser, Harrison. We have Arrays, McClanahan, Hank Aaron, Rutschman, Gallen, Correa, Pujols, Evan Carter, Austin Wells, Diaz, Cruz, Perez, Swanson, Francisco Alvarez, and Chapman. I have Kyle Schwarber, Mullins, Kevin Pillar, Gonzalez, Langeliers, Diaz, Martin, Pereira, Scott II, Caminero, Jeffers, Goldschmidt, Clase, Yamamoto, Bieber, Carroll, Perez, Priester, Bellinger, Tucker, Grisham, Strider, Alcantara, Raggins, Wyatt Langford on the pink. I didn't realize Langford was already married at like 12 years old. Bros, Brian, stop. Just stop. He had a decent career. He had about half the career Barry Bonds did. We have Anderson, De La Cruz, Tatis Jr., Jones, Lane Thomas, Valenzuela, Nimmo. We got Evan Carter for the Rangers, and the Pirates have a nice break here. Evan Carter for the Rangers on the new breed. Hopefully he can get his back right. The bad back's been holding up Evan Carter. The 1999 new breed insert. Go to the Rangers and Steve. We're going to have Lou Gehrig, Turner, Matsui, Luciano, Mitch Garver, Gore, Sosa, Burns, Nastrini, Harris II, Rochillo, Rodriguez, Paris, Bregman, Verdugo, Alcantara, Willie Mays, and Brenton Doyle. Alcantara, which is a 7 out of 75. For the Marlins. It's going to Brian. His one player D-Train autograph chance. He said, I'm going to take that $10 risk, boys. Gets himself an Alcantara. Or Alcantara, however you say his name. Since I've heard it said like 8 different ways. Alcantara, Alcantara, Alcantara. I've heard dudes from with Alabama, like twang or Texas twang, be Alcantara. Which isn't even close to what his name is for sure. I know in an interview he said it was Alcantara, but I've heard like a lot of Brett Musgrove has definitely said Alcantara more than once. How you doing, Tim? No, you didn't get a D-Train autograph. You got the just got a parallel of Sandy. It's gonna put us halfway through if we can ever get the packs open. It's box 5 here. I should send everybody one wax pack, like the packaging in their break package, so they can be like, now I know why the fuck he couldn't open packs. Just come on, you can do it. Drink here. Oh, Steven Cordova. So he said something about Notre Dame. We have Marte, Foscue, Ichiro, Meade, Judge, Ortiz, Pasquantino, Morel, Jackson, Diaz. Rooker just signed a big extension, man. Oakland Athletics out there spending dough. 40 it was like a $40 or $60 million extension. That's going to be their payroll for the next 15 years. We got Webb, Churio, Otani, Moreno, Brown, Piazza, Maddox, Soderstrom, Merrill, Mason, Wynn. We have Luzardo, Melendez, Ramirez, Julian, Walker, Gunnar Anderson, Goriel, Ruiz again, Utley, Lindor, Lugo, and Jimenez. They're spending out there like the Pittsburgh Pirates when they signed Brian Hayes. We have McCutchen, Lowe, Jake Berger, Murphy, Yastrzemski, Carew, Frank Thomas, Sanchez, Will Smith, Cowerkin Jr., Rivera, Rutschman, Williams, Clase, Contreras, Rizzo, McGuire, Noel V. Marte, Lee, Michael Bush, Bichette, Irving, Torkelson, Cole, Darvish, Benintendi, Albies, Connor Joe, Schumann, Arozarena, Olsen, and Kierstad. Dave Winfield, Ricky Henderson, Blackman, Rutschman, Beck, Holiday, Jimenez, Knack, Arenado, Clemens, William Contreras, Tovar, Duran, Olson, Adames, Freeman. We have Jordan Alvarez, Castro, Francisco Lindor, Bill Mazeroski, Page, and a Rays. I have Pete Alonso, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Eddie Rodriguez, PCA, McLean, Blanco, Provar, Gray, Rodriguez, Trevor Williams, Chipper Jones, Bradish, Adele, Noelvi Marte for the Reds. 3 out of 15. Going to the Reds and Kyle Wellman. We have Green, Soto, Story, Baez, Alvarez, Rodriguez, Stephen Kwan, Chase Utley, Loper Fido, Frelick, Jones, Scott, Lowe, Guerrero Jr., Messina, Jackson Churio, Robert Jr., Rojas, Rodriguez, Mattingly, Skeens, and J.P. Sears. Kyle Tucker, David Wright, Hoskins, Otani, Harper, Lewis, Trevor Story, Acuna Jr., Leiter, Crawford, Abrams, Banks, Jeter, Snell, Machado, Bryant, Brian Bello. Oh, buddy. The Brew Crew coming in here. Evan Kovanuk. New Breed, Jackson Churio. Nice little hit there. On card. We have Verlander, Torres, Churio, Kershaw, Beltre, Schneider, Schmidt, Semien, Trout, Candelario, Crochet, Riley, Lawler, Semien, Ortiz, Varsho, Pages, Rafaela, Pedro Martinez, Sandberg, Wyatt Langford, and Rodriguez. We have Justin Steele, Yamamoto, Garcia, George Brett, Volpe, Kirby, Young, Berger, Connor Joe, Jason Kendall. He signed in the wrong spot because he dipshit. But he's supposed to sign up here and he signed fucking right above his name. What a dummy. They give them instructions where they're supposed to sign, and somehow fucking guys have been signing for like 30 years on a signed baseball card. It's outrageous to me. Nice hit, Brian. I'm not going to give you a Skeens, but I'm going to throw you $18 billion, $15 autographs. We have Miller, Conforto, Neto, India, Pena, Javier Baez, Mantle, Varsho, Jaloff, Imanaga, Mauricio Williams, Uwasawa, Nola, Jung, Jeffers, Burns, and Montgomery. Oh, is everything numbered? Or are they? Now I'm going to have to look. The inserts aren't numbered, right? No. Oh, you're right. These are... Hold on. Let me go grab them all. Because I looked at the first couple and the inserts weren't. It was out of 199, Michael Bush. We'll grab the other ones. I put them all to the side because I was like, there's no way that I'm not missing something that's numbered. There's no way that, I was like, there's no way they made a product that has 1, 2. Oh, that's out of 199. I should have actually sorted this while I was going back through. Because look at the back of this one. That's actually a short print. I understand why they didn't number it in the back because, like, obviously they didn't number stuff in the front back in the day, but... Alright, so we only missed two cards, and the polar bear was definitely a short print. Alright. All those are going to be top-loaded or sleeved, so... Anything rookie will get top-loaded, anything not will be sleeved. I do remember reading that these were, like, short prints. And then this Dave Winfield for the Padres is going to be numbered to 199. Winfield's not bad because you can see it right there, but let me show you the other one because I think Bush was the first. But like that's like if you just flip it over and you're looking like why would they put it in the comic strip? Like it's not in any. Like I mean I know the backs are different, but why is there no consistency where they're stamping them at? I guess they're in the same spot if they're the same type of card, but anyway, let's get into box 6. Learn something new every day. We do have this same break open. I think there's like 6 or 7 teams left. We do have a random teams mixer that I'd love to get open and break it tomorrow. And we even have a football mixer random teams that needs to be filled as well. Nope. Come on, open packs. Anyways. Who's looking forward to Bowman's best? Anybody looking forward to Bowman's best? Luzardo, Davis, Ramos, Sheehan, Henderson, Bailey, Turner, Buxton, Basebe, Boggs, Vaughn, Lipscomb, Mickey Mantle, Teoscar Hernandez, Williams, Ruth, Abbott, Reynolds, Strawberry, Yelich, Betts, PCA, Keith, Carter, Paris, Matsui, Luciano, Gore, Sammy Sosa. We have Pete Crow Armstrong on the new breed. We go to the Cubs and J.D. Brewer. William Destrini. Harris is second. Bush, Altuve, Contreras, Witt Jr., Suzuki. Devers, Diaz, Haniger. We have Mitch Keller, Dominguez, CES. Michael Young, Posey, Jake Berger, Yoshida, Carpenter. Griffey Jr., Barrios, Lopez, Christian Scott on the pink. Go to the Mets. Gorman, Stanton, Westberg, Blanco. Rillamuto, Scherzer, Skubal, Judge, Cease. Suarez, Koufax, Santana, Beltran, Rocchio, Rodriguez, Verdugo, Garver, Haniger. Mays, Doyle, Springer, and Seaver. Hoppy, Friedel, Bregman, Soto, Musial, Joe Torre. I have Langeliers, Diaz, Pereira, Scott II, Witt Jr., Tucker, Jeffers, Goldschmidt, Cease, Yamamoto, Jared Jones for the Pirates on the pink. Corbin Carroll, Austin Martin, De La Cruz, Priester. Bellinger, DeGrom, Johnson, Munson, Raleigh, Thomas, Josh Jung. Wheeler, Seager, McGuire, Thomas, Sanchez, Ripken Jr., Rivera, Blanco, Williams, Clase, Darvish, Contreras, Rizzo, Don Mattingly, Lee, Smith, Bichette, Irving, Torkelson, Cole, Benintendi, Albies, Marte. We have Juan Soto, Schumann, Arozarena, Olsen, and Kierstad. Ooh, shit. Hit the camera with my hand. Coming back up. I'm working. I gotta go back and get it, JD. Don't worry. I know it's in there. Jake Berger on the 70 out of 199. We have Henderson, Blackman, Shiano, Olsen, Beck, Holiday, Jimenez, Knack, Rogers, Winfield, Nola, Arrays, Tovar, Durant. We have Blade, Matos, Devers, Urshela, Senga, Jack Leiter, Black, Wynn, Shiano, Caminero, Cowser, Harrison, Garcia, Cruz, McClanahan, Aaron, Rutschman, Gallen, and Pujols. Smith, Edwin Diaz, Gonzalez, Wells, Diaz, Perez, Swanson, Chapman, Schwarber, Carrera, Victor Martinez for the Tigers. Good old sticker card look-alike here. I realized I put the burger over there and I didn't get a chance to go back and get it after I put it down because I was already like moving cards and I was like, I'll just go back and grab it in a second. If it was somebody that was like a rookie, I would have stopped, but Jake Berger is not gonna. I said for the Tigers do not have a great checklist in this. We have Borges. They have like Parker Meadows. I don't even think Colt Keith signs in it. We have Mullins, Pilar, Grisham, Strider, Alcantara, Raggins, Bieber, Glasnow, Anderson, Hayes, Piniella, Tatis Jr., Jones, Valenzuela, Nimmo. We have Gehrig and Turner. We have Alexis Diaz for the Reds. That's going to be a 2 out of 75. whatever the aqua, like shimmery, shiny is actually called. That's gonna put us 6 boxes in. Let's get into box number 7. I mean, I only had 2 cases. I don't think it's a product I'm going to go try to get some more cases from on, like, DealerNet, so kind of irrelevant at this point because most of the cases have been picked. If he does have something on on like a hidden checklist somewhere, but that is going to be something I complain again to my account rep about, though. Is like it's really hard to price. Like they want to have, so they want to have you break on a platform with that's primarily based around Pick Your Team and Fanatics Live, but then they don't want to give you like the most accurate checklist. Like, who knew that John Elway? Maybe people knew John Elway was in draft, so they kind of hinted towards it. But who knew that? A, they weren't on a checklist, but who knew that? Reggie Jackson and Reggie Jackson and the other person, Ty Cobb, were in draft. Like nobody knew that. Not that it mattered because Reggie Jackson was part of the Oakland Athletics, but like for the Tigers, and I guess Cobb was part of the Tigers with Rayner, but like that wasn't announced in the original checklist, so how's anybody supposed to know? The John Elway thing, though, was kind of rough because the Yankees didn't really have anybody besides Elway, so you created a chase on a team. It's the same thing with Brady. You create a chase team where someone's really just getting bent over. Trying to chase like some sort of retrofractor BS. We're going to have Julian, Walker, Suzuki, Henderson, Goriel Jr., and we have a Paul Skeens 1999 New Breed Auto Variation. Going to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Brian Thomas. We're going to have Ruiz, Utley, CES, Bush, Altuve, Contreras, Witt, Jose Ramirez, Diaz, Haniger, Lopez, Kellinger, Dominguez, Young, Blanco. Gonna go to the Astros. One second. We have Yoshida, Carpenter, Griffey, Barrios, Gorman, Stanton, Sosa. We have Ellie, Westberg, Blanco. Have Realmuto, Scherzer, Judge, Cease, Lee, Buxton, Koufax, Santana, and Manzardo. We have Davis, Sheehan, Skubal, Ruth, Bailey, Turner, Lugo, Jimenez, McCutcheon, Lowe, Ichiro, Shota Imanaga, Murphy, Yastrzemski, Jones, Alonzo, Chisholm Jr., PCA, Matt McLean. Then we're going to have Parker Meadows for the Tigers. This is going to be, man, I can't remember. Oh, 1995. What's this? I remember opening these cards as a kid. That's going to go to the Tigers and Steven Borges. We have Provar, Gray, Rodriguez, Williams, Joe Adell, Eddie Rodriguez, Uwasawa on the pink. We're going to have Green, Soto, Story, and Baez. We have Rodriguez, Quan, Bradish, Ozuna, Loper, Fido, Frelick, Jones, Scott, Guerrero Jr., Messina, Soto, Otani, Robert Jr., Rojas, Rodriguez, Mattingly, Sears, Lowe, Yoshida, Banks, Wright, and Hoskins. We're going to have Young, Martinez, Sandberg, Rodriguez, Steele, Langeliers on the 3/199 for the Athletics. We have Garcia, Brett, Pena, Volpe, Kirby, Joe, Langford, Carpenter, Miller, Conforto, Neto, India, Mantle, Varsho, Berger, Duran, Jaloff, Imanaga, Mauricio, Gavin Williams, Nola, Jung, Volpe, Morel, Burns, Montgomery, Marte, Foscue, Meade, Uwasawa, Carew, Ortiz, and Pasquantino. God damn. We have Harper, Lewis, Acuna Jr., Leiter, Paul Skeens, Wheeler, Crawford, Abrams, Beltre, Jeter, Snell, Bryant, Bello, Don Mattingly. 10/73? No, 75. What a terrible fucking spot to put this. How am I supposed to read that shit? 10/75 for the Yankees. Let's go to J.D. Brewer. We have Verlander, Torres, Lawler, Churio, Kershaw, A-Rod, Schmidt, Machado, Trout, Candelario, Crochet, Riley, Semien, Ortiz, Schneider, Kierstead, Pages, Rafaela, Bo Jackson, and Diaz. We have Brent Rooker, Webb, Lindor, Ramirez, Moreno, Brown, Piazza, Maddox, Soderstrom, Merrill, Curtis Mead on the pink. You're going to have Lindor, Luzardo, Melendez, Adames, Freeman, Alvarez, Castro, Arenado, Langeliers, Mazeroski, and Page. Put us 7 boxes in. Let's get into box number 8. There's been a very Pirates and Rangers heavy autograph so far. We still got 3 boxes left. Yeah, I think it's a different cold though. I think this is whatever Lily had. Because everybody had like the same thing in my in-laws' house, but this is not that. I think it's what Lily had. You talking about me being crazy, Tim? I just wish it would go away so I can get back in the gym. I was going pretty consistently before I got sick, but... Can't be having no 80+ pound dumbbells above my head and cough and drop one on my head, then we won't have any. We won't have anybody, they won't have anybody to break cards no more. To go Go back to whatever shitty breakers y'all came from. Not true. There's definitely a ton of other good breakers. Still can't believe there's one of the big breakers that pretty much was cussing people out for not following him from Facebook on the Fanatics Live. That shit's wild to me. Imagine if I started calling you guys fucking pieces of shit that don't follow me or whatever because you won't get on Fanatics Live. That's fucking that shit's wild to me. We have Beltran, Rochillo, Verdugo, Garver, Westberg, Mays, Doyle, Springer, Seaver, Friedel, Bregman, Rodon, Goldschmidt, Musial, Torre, Langeliers, Diaz, Victor Scott II, Ohapi, Westberg on the pink. I was like, y'all better come on Fanatics Live or fuck all. Like, literally, yo, I'll show you the post, Brian. Because I'm not going to name names. I'm going to get in a war with those fucking cocksuckers. We have Bellinger, Tucker, Jeffers, Classe, Yamamoto, Carroll, Martin, Pereira, Rafaela, De La Cruz, Priester, Basebe, Boggs, Vaughn, Lipscomb, Ramos, Otani, Hernandez, Williams, Luciano, Abbott, and Reynolds. We have Yelich, Betts, Jordan, Montgomery. 13 out of 25. He signed long-term with the D-backs. I was kind of surprised because he had a dog shit year. He was dog shit. We have Colt Keith, Carter, Rodriguez, Paris, Matsui, Sosa, Strawberry, Ichiro, Nastrini. Well, y'all might not see me for 30 days. If the Steelers upset the Ravens, I might be perma-banned on Facebook. Because the amount of shit talking I'm going to do. I'm going to have Lamar choking memes all over. It's going to be bad. We have Jones, Grisham, Strider, Raggins, Bieber. We have A.J. Przinsky for the Chicago White Sox. And that's going to go to Ruben Valdez. We have Tim Anderson, Hayes, Munson, Piniella, Tatis Jr., Royce Lewis, Nimmo, Alcantara, Gehrig, Turner, DeGrom, and Johnson. Like, we might have to break on Fanatics Live if the Steelers upset the Ravens. We have Cal Raleigh, Lane Thomas, Valenzuela, Aaron Judge, Wheeler, Seager, Blade, Matos, Urshela, Senga, Henderson, Heron, Black, Wynn, Shiano, Caminero, Harrison, Devers, Lowe, Diaz, Cruz, McClanahan. Because my post today was really just to gather them all up to troll them afterwards. It's premeditated trolling if the Steelers upset the Ravens. We have Jimenez, Knack, Clemens, Winfield, Henderson. We have Justin Martinez for the D-backs. That's going to go to Casey. Nice hit there. We have Arrays, Tovar, Sandberg, Adames, Freeman, Castro, Arenado, Screwball, Mazeroski, Page, Kirby, Young, Martinez, Steele, Alvarez, McCutcheon, Garcia, Brett, Pena, Volpe, Joe, Langford, Rodriguez, Ramirez, Mason Miller, Conforto, and Neto. Well, that's what they're based off of. It's archived, so it's throwback cards. Card design with new players. We have India, Varsho, Berger, Paulsky's a new breed, Montgomery, Jaloff, Imanaga, Mauricio, Williams, Jung, Mantle, Koufax, Pasquantino, Morel, Burns, Rutschman, Gallen, Pujols, Smith, Cowser, Mookie Betts, Gonzalez, Wells, Sanchez, Perez, Swanson, Schwarber, Correa, Brandon Nimmo. That's going to be a 7 out of 75. Go to the Mets. have Mariano Rivera, or Mullins, Pilar, Rizzo, McGuire, Thomas, Mariano Rivera, Chapman, Johan Santana, Williams, Clase, Darvish, Contreras, Lee, Will Smith, Ripken Jr., Colton Cowser, Bichette, Irving, Torkelson, Cole, Albies, Marte, Seager. We have Holiday, Schumann, Arozarena, Olson, Kierstad, Bryce Harper, Blackman, Benintendi, Duran, Olson, and Jordan Beck. All right, let's get into box number 9. Nah, let's bring us 2 more boxes left. Going about the pace we should be for it. A little bit less than 10 minutes a box. That's about right. I'm curious to see what the Vegas line changes to on the Steelers game too, with Zay Flowers officially being ruled out. That changes the game a lot, in my personal opinion, because he's the man coverage beater on their offense. Like, likely and Mark Andrews will tear up his own. But the man coverage beater on that offense is Zay Flowers all day long. So Rodriguez, Mattingly, Sears, Lowe, Guerrero Jr., Jackson, Holiday, Banks, Wright, Snell, Harper, Lewis, Leiter, Paul Skeens, Trey Cabbage for the Astros. That's going to go to Justin Sprinkle. I want to say the print run is low. J.P. Crawford, Abrams, Kershaw, Beltre, Jeter, Bello, Acuna Jr., Buxton, Verlander, Torres. Or maybe Dan Reed's doing a 100-case break or some shit since he's supposed to be the biggest breaker in the history of breaks or something. I don't fucking know. We have Jackson Churio, Mike Schmidt, Machado, Bryant, Hernandez, Trout, Candelario, Crochet, Riley. We have Ortiz, Schneider, Tucker, Brown, Podges, Rafaela, Bo Jackson, Diaz, Derek Jeter, Logan Webb, Semien, Melendez, Ramirez, Moreno, Marte, Foscue, Meade, Owasawa, Nola. I mean, why was Platinum Anniversary so hard to get? Well, like, why was Platinum Anniversary so hard to get this year? We have Henderson, Carew, Ortiz, Chisholm Jr., Lugo, Jimenez, Lowe, Ichiro, where you have Jose Ramirez. 54 out of 99 on the green. Sean Murphy, Yastrzemski, Williams, Jones, Alonzo, Snell, McLean, McCutcheon, Provar, Gray, Alvarez, Rodriguez, Joe Adell, Rodriguez, PCA, Luis Gill, Green, Soto, Story, Baez, Quan, Bradish. We have Alec Boehm, Rojas, Loper Fido, Frelick, Jones, Scott, Messina, Rodriguez, McLean, Hoskins, Otani, and Robert. Like, I asked for more of this, and they were like, here's your 2 cases. That's all you get. And I was like, okay, it's fine, I guess. Piazza, Maddox, Soderstrom, Merrill. Brent Rooker, Chapman, Lindor, Luzardo. Altuve, Julian, Walker, Henderson, Gurriel Jr., Austin Wells. 55 out of 75 for the Yankees. Go to JD. Ruiz, Utley, Jason Dominguez, CES, Bush, Witt Jr. Suzuki, PCA for the Cubs on the pink. Wait, you're talking about Bowman's best? Well, you know, that's about right. $400 a box. That makes sense. That's what it is every year on release. Top sells it for $325, $350, and then David Adams sells it for $3,200. That's what happened last year too. We have Edwin Diaz, Haniger, Lopez, Mitch Keller, Young, Posey, Contreras, Luciano, Yoshida, Carpenter, Griffey, Barrios, Gorman, Stanton, Ramirez, Santana, Westberg, and Blanco. We have Realmuto, Scherzer, Judge, Cease, Trey Turner. Who was pre-order selling it for $2,400? Was that Topps' pre-order? We have Turner, Buxton, Koufax, Manzardo, Davis, Ramos, Sheehan, Skubal, and we have a Greg Maddux fan favorite autograph premium gold foil board parallel for the Braves. And that's going to Evan. Babe Ruth, Bailey, Reynolds, Basabe, Boggs, Vaughn, Lipscomb, Contreras, Hernandez, Williams, Matsui, Luciano, Abbott, Beltre, Yelich, and Betts. We have Keith, Carter, Rodriguez, Paris, Sosa, Darryl Strawberry, Mauricio, Suarez, Nastrini, Harris, Beltre, Rochillo, Garver, Gore, Colt Keith, Torrey, Mays, Doyle, Springer, Seaver, Bregman, Verdugo, Eddie Rodriguez, Jeffers, Goldschmidt, and Musial. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree that $300 is a lot, but for what the market is right now, if you're thinking about it, 4 autographs, that rookie class with the prospects that are going to be in the box too, like, it makes sense. This is going to be like the most expensive Bowman's Best there's been in a while. Because I'm assuming, like, I have not looked at the checklist, so I could be completely wrong about this, right? But I'm assuming that you're going to have Dylan Cruz in there. You're going to have Bazana. You're probably going to have... well, you're going to have, like, all the rookies, right? Skeens, like, all the big rookies, I mean. So you get Dylan Cruz in there. You get Max Clark, who even if Max Clark didn't... He tore it up at the back end of the season, but even though Max Clark... Like, he has a huge bunch of sponsorships, like a huge following. I mean, hell, he's powered by that the batting glove company. Oh my God, Bolt something. No, Congdon won't be in there because he hasn't had his first yet. Unless he's on the checklist, and that's really fucking weird. But he hasn't had his first Bowman yet, so he won't be in the product. At least he shouldn't be. If he is, that'd be really, really weird. But you're also going to have guys like Nick Kurtz, everybody that was drafted this year, more than likely, all the big names. Then you're going to have guys, like I said, guys like Dylan Cruz, James Wood, guys that are going to be rookies. So, plus you normally have like Ohtani sign. And Mike Trout sign and Acuna. So you really have to look at a checklist to see if the price is valid. Because if you have guys like Manzardo, well, Manzardo would be signing in it, I would assume. But if you have guys like Montez and all these other top guys signing that are prospects, I mean, we're in probably going to be the best back-to-back, probably 4 rookie classes in a row that are going to have absolute studs in them. Like, I don't think we're going to have a rookie class like 2021 and 2022 for a while. I think we're going to have a lot of... Well, I guess 2023... hindsight's 2020, but it's not as big as what it was. But I don't think we're gonna have. And even let's be honest, if Wander Franco doesn't like adolescence, we're probably talking about 2022 still being one of the best draft classes, or one of the best rookie classes in the history of baseball for sports cards, because you would still have Franco. Now you have Bobby Witt Jr. doing stuff that's, like, ridiculous. To where you would have probably Julio Rodriguez. You probably have Julio Rodriguez being the third guy and not the second guy. And Julio Rodriguez is still really fucking good. So, I think you're just getting... Because of COVID, it pushed back all of where guys would be spread out a little bit more. It crunched in all the guys that became rookies in 22 through 24. And then when that happened, the guys that would maybe have been rookies like last year because they could have developed that extra year because of COVID, they now have, well, a year and a half almost. Now they have those guys are pushed back a couple years. And the guys I'm talking about is like the James Wood, I mean, I don't know if Dylan Cruz stays in college rather than plays right out of high school, because I don't know how the draft would have panned out if there wasn't COVID. So, like, I think it'll probably be another 2026 might be where it finally, like, evens back out and we might have a bad rookie class. But 2025 has guys, I mean, James Wood is already good. Dylan Cruz already good. Like, they were in the league last year and they were doing just fine. Let alone if you get some guys up like Matt Shaw and shit. I can't even think of other people's names right now. It's guys that got caught up at the very back end of the year that played decent too, that are going to have rookie cards. I mean, tell you what, the Nationals are going to be expensive in 2025 product, especially if Dylan Cruz plays well. Because that's not even, because I think he's like, if you look at the Vegas odds for him to win Rookie of the Year, he's like plus 500 or some shit like that. Or not plus 500, negative 500. All right, let's get into this last box. Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna be a guy that's in. He might make it into update. I don't think he's gonna be in like Series 1 or Series 2. We have DeGrom, Johnson, Thomas, Valenzuela, Lugo, Wynn, Wheeler, Seager, Blade, Matos, Kershaw, Senga, Raleigh, McClanahan, Hank Aaron, Tyler Black, Shiano, Caminero, Harrison, Devers, Urshela, Wyatt Langford, Diaz, Cruz, Swanson, Rutschman, Gallant, Smith, Cowser, and behind Cowser is the Yankees fan favorite, Chen Ming Wang. Well, that's assuming he makes the cutoff, Brian. But we'll see what happens. We have Gonzalez, Wells, Langeliers, Diaz, Victor Scott II, Ohapi, Friedel, Rooker, Bellinger, Tucker, Strider, Clase, Yamamoto, Martin, Pereira. We're going to have a 75 out of 199, Christopher Morel. Go to the Cubbies. Then we're going to have Ellie, Priester, Tatis Jr., Jones, Grisham, Bieber, Carroll, Patrick Bailey, Anderson, Hayes, Munson, Piniella, Nimmo, Alcantara, Raggins, Wynn, Gehrig, Turner. Have Frank Thomas, Sanchez, Perez, Correa, Albert Pujols, Joe Adell, Mullins, Pilar, Rizzo, McGuire, Rivera, Chapman, Schwarber, Alvarez, Williams, Clase, Darvish, Contreras, Will Smith, Cal Ripken, Chapman, Arozarena, Bichette, Irvin, Torkelson, Cole, Marte, Lee, Babe Ruth, Jordan Beck, Holiday, and Schumann. Freeman, Jimenez, Knack, Winfield, Ricky Henderson, Jared Jones. 8 out of 75. Pittsburgh Pirates. We have Arrays, Tovar, Martinez, Sandberg, Adames, Jackson Churio on the pink. Arenado, Clemens, Mazeroski, Page, Alonso, Chisholm Jr., Lugo, Ichiro, Meade, Billy Williams, Murphy, Carl Yastrzemski, Williams, Chipper Jones, McLean, McCutcheon, Lowe, Judge, Provar, Gray, Alvarez, and J-Rod. Eddie Rodriguez, PCA, Jackson Merrill, Fralick, Green, Soto, Story Baez, Jordan Lawler on the pink. One of the Diamondbacks. Getting more top loaders here. Bradish, Adele, Robert Jr., Rojas, Loper Fido, Kirby, Young, Steele, Alvarez, Castro, Westberg, Garcia, George Brett, Pena, Volpe, Wyatt Langford, Rodriguez, Pete Alonso, Imanaga, Miller, Conforto, Neto, India, and Berger. We have Connor, Joe, Bradish, Burns, Montgomery, Jaloff, Mauricio, Williams, Jung, Mantle, Varsho. Now we're going to have Noelvi Marte on the new breed for the Reds. Kyle Wellman. Pasquantino, Morel, Jimenez, Marte. Foscu, Iwasawa, Nola. Harper, Carew, Ortiz, Olson, Kierstad, Blackman. Benintendi, Albies, Harper, Duran, and Olson. And that's going to be the break, guys. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. We have the pink Jordan Lawler for the Diamondbacks. Churio on the pink. Jared Jones out of 75. And we have Morel out of 199. Rodriguez on the pink. PCA on the pink. Wells out of 75. The green J-Ram. 75 Nimmo. We're going to have Jordan Montgomery out of 25. Pink Westberg. Mead on the pink. Mattingly out of 75. Out of 199. Langley's the pink Uwasawa. Blanco on the pink. Diaz out of 75 and Berger out of 199. Jared Jones on the pink again. Scott on the pink. Alcantara out of 75. Winfield out of 199. Bush out of 199. Pete Alonso on the Polar Bear 1958 TV Westerns card. We have Langford on the pink. Rodriguez on the pink. Ellie on the pink. Rodriguez out of 75. Alvarez out of 25. Brown on the pink. Dominguez on the pink. Priester on the pink. Pages on the pink. Rafaela and CES on the pink. Lane Thomas out of 75. Into what's on the hit board. Hold on, what's that? I sneeze, yawn. Oh. Okay, we're good. We have Noelvi Marte out of 15 on the orange. Nick Gonzalez out of 75. Jonathan Ornelas on the autograph. Wang on the auto. Cabbage on the auto. Justin Martinez on the autograph. Victor Martinez on the auto. Jason Kendall on the autograph. Andy Van Slyke on the auto. Nick Gonzalez autograph. We have Bill Mad Dog Madlock for the Pirates. Meadows on the auto. Noelvi Marte on the autograph. Christian Scott on the auto. Evan Carter. Jackson Churio. We're going to have Julio Franco. 8 out of 10. On the autograph, we have Yariel Rodriguez out of 50 on the gold. We have PCA on the new breed. Then we have Greg Maddux on the fan favorite autograph premium gold foil board parallel for the Braves. And we have the 1999 new breed autograph variation Paul Skeens for the Pirates and Brian. That's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. Oh, my bad. There's an AJ Przinsky autograph as well. That's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. You guys have a good night. Be safe. I will catch y'all tomorrow for the other breaks. Like I said, we'll have definitive tomorrow. It'll be in a mixer. Pick your team. I have 2 cases of it, so 4 boxes total. So we'll run 4 different mixers. I'll pick your team with it. But I appreciate y'all as always. You guys have a good night. Be safe. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.